Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsnews.com, and today we are going to do a quick hands-on comparison of these two devices which are there in the market. And again, we have the OnePlus One which we bought earlier. Again, OnePlus One, you cannot buy it as of now because they are facing a ban. They might recover from that within some time, but right now, as per the Delhi High Court order, they cannot sell OnePlus One with the Cyanogen mod ROM on it in India. But we have our OnePlus One with us, and we are going to compare this OnePlus One with the new launch device which is coming from Micromax U brand, and this is called Yureka. So we have these two phones running on the same software, which is the Cyanogen mod, but the Cyanogen mod ROM is going to be exclusive to this device because they have entered an exclusive partnership with Micromax Cyanogen people, and they can only give you can only have Cyanogen mod ROM running on a Micromax device which is U branded, not on a OnePlus One now. So OnePlus One will have a new ROM very soon, as per the announcement which they made earlier when we were there at the launch event. So we have both of these two devices with us, and we are going to compare these devices. In terms of price comparison, there is no comparison between two because this device has been priced for approximately 9,000 rupees. 8,999 is the price for which you can buy it from Amazon. You can only buy it from Amazon. It is only available over there exclusively from 19th of December 2 p.m. the registration will start, so you will have to register to buy the device, and you will also get a leather back cover later on if you are in the first wave of customers who bought the Micromax Yureka phone. So we have OnePlus One over here, and again this device has been priced for approximately 22,000 rupees, which is definitely much higher as compared to the price which we have. But you have a very good hardware on this device which is not there on this one. We have a Snapdragon 615 chipset on this device, which has a 1.5 gigahertz octa-core CPU, whereas we have a Snapdragon 801 chipset on this device with a quad-core CPU. Again, in terms of performance and the UI response, one thing which I really like about the OnePlus One is the overall clarity of the display and the viewing angles. Viewing angles for the OnePlus One are definitely better as compared to what we see over here. It is an IPS LCD display panel, but this one does not have that much good color protection as we see on the OnePlus One, and this is the major difference in between these two. Again, pricing wise, they are definitely different. So they are this one is available for much lesser price, so you may be able to justify as of now that this device is definitely lower in terms of the price, so you will not have that good specification which you see on OnePlus One. But anyways, you cannot buy OnePlus One. In terms of finishing, one thing which they have tried to done over here, they have tried to given finishing like OnePlus One, which is the sandstone finishing, and they call it something else. I don't remember the name. And this finishing over here is not the same finishing which we you might have seen earlier. It is kind of a matte finish, rubberized feel plastic which we have at the backside, which again can be removed, and it has a slightly different kind of texture over here, which feels very good when you hold it in hand, and it gives you a very fine grip when you hold this device in one hand. It won't slip out of your hand when you hold it. But if you compare it with the OnePlus One finishing which we have at the back, this one definitely has a much better finishing. This is the sandstone variant, and again 64 GB variant it is. This one is having 16 GB memory, whereas this one has 64 GB memory. This one has a micro SD memory card slot as well to expand the storage, and this one does not have a micro SD memory card to expand the storage. So that is the difference over here. But in terms of finishing, this one feels much more premium, much more solid when you hold this device in one hand as compared to this device, which is good enough in terms of the build quality, but it is not that solid as you experience the OnePlus One when you hold it in hand. You can always remove the back cover. This is a dual SIM phone, so you can insert two SIM cards into the phone. Both should be the micro SIM cards in terms of the size, and we have a micro SD memory card slot as well. We have 2500 milliampere battery over there, whereas on the OnePlus One the battery is sealed inside and you cannot remove the battery. You can only insert one SIM card on this device over here. And again, with this kind of functionality, this one is a single SIM device, this is a dual SIM device. This one has a lesser battery which is removable, whereas this one has a bigger battery which is again non-removable. In terms of the display clarity and the resolution, this one has a better resolution as compared to this one. This is full HD resolution, that is 1080p resolution you have on this device, which has pretty good pixel clarity, and the text is also very crisp and clear as compared to this device, which is also good enough. The text is clear, but it is not as crisp as you will notice on a OnePlus One. Again, this device is definitely costing high, so maybe you can say that okay, it may have a lower resolution, but as of now this is the first device which Micromax has came up with, which is running on the Cyanogen mod ROM. And again, the UI is something which is very responsive on this device, and this is the best thing I would say for this one, because we are we no longer see all those kind of crappy bloatware which were used to come on Micromax devices. On the U branded devices, you will not have any kind of bloatware. You will only have one application which is called U Universe, and apart from that everything is there from Cyanogen. The inbuilt memory of the device is also good enough. It is 16 GB and you will get approximately 12.8 GB available to the user for installing applications, storing picture, videos and other data. You can insert an SD card, but we are not sure whether you can install applications on the SD card. We will confirm that later. So in terms of the look and feel, definitely these devices are big enough in terms of size. Both of these devices have the same display size, but in terms of build quality, definitely this one is better. In terms of the overall UI response, the UI is smooth enough on both of these phones, but if you compare these two phones, the UI is slightly smoother over here, more smoother as compared to this one. But none of these devices actually show any kind of UI lag. You can also change the touch buttons from the bottom to the touch screen. Within the screen you can actually move them, and same thing you can actually do on the OnePlus One. So this is how they are similar. In terms of connectivity options, you have micro USB port for data syncing and charging. As far as the design is concerned, the design is definitely better on the OnePlus One, and again it feels better. It feels great to hold in one hand. The overall build is also very strong, whereas this one is again having a thin quality of plastic back cover, which again is not kind of that good. It is kind of flimsy to an extent, which is definitely not good, but again for the price it can be accepted like this. In terms of the front display, you can see that the front display is definitely slightly more colorful over here, whereas this one is kind of bright but not too great in terms of colors. This one has better colors. This one may have less brightness, but it has better colors, whereas this one has more brightness, but the colors are not that nicely reproduced as we see on the OnePlus One. The front camera is a 5 megapixel camera over here, and I'm not sure whether this is the 5 megapixel. I think the OnePlus One has a 2 megapixel camera, but still the clarity of both of these devices in terms of the camera quality from the front is good. And I can show you the same, and let me just take a photo from the Micromax Yureka phone first of all, and I will show you the same. So we have the front camera open, and let me just take a selfie of my, this is not the front camera, this is the rear camera. So this is how the front camera UI look like, and let me just take a photo of mine, and I can take the same photo in the same way from the camera on the OnePlus One, from the front camera. And I have taken both of these photos one by one, and I can show you both of them. And let me just show you this one. So this is the photo which we took from the front camera on the Yureka phone, and this is how we took it from the OnePlus One. I would say the colors are definitely better on OnePlus One as far as front camera is concerned. The details are kind of same on both of these two phones. Again, the front camera is a fixed focus camera on both of these phones, but definitely colors are much better over here as compared to some distortion in colors, I would say, which is happening over here on the Micromax Yureka phone. As far as rear camera is concerned, let me just show you the clarity for the rear camera as well, and for that I just need to open the application drawer and launch the camera application, and let me just do it here as well. So we have the camera application open over here, and I will take a photo of another Micromax Yureka phone, and we will see which device does better in this case. So we have the Yureka phone, and maybe I take the photo from this side because this one will have better colors, I would say. So we have taken the photo from OnePlus One first, and now we are going to take the same photo again, the same object photo again from the rear camera on the Yureka phone. So we have taken both of these photos, and I can show you both of them one by one. First of all, let me just show you this one. Again, the touch screen is very sensitive, and it makes things difficult at times, especially. Anyways, let me just show you the photo again, and for that we need to go to the camera, and here we have the photo. So we have the photo loaded on both of these two phones, and again this time when it comes to the clarity is good enough on both of these phones. We have a 13 megapixel camera at the back on the Yureka phone, which we have with us. This is the one which has been taken from Yureka phone. The clarity which is there on the text and the color protection which has been done is nice, and same thing is there as well. I would say as of now the photo is looking better, slightly more brighter over here as compared similar to what we see on OnePlus. So OnePlus one has a 13 megapixel camera at the back, this one also has a 13 megapixel camera at the back, and both of these cameras can give you pretty good results when it comes to low light shots or in daylight. Both of them will perform pretty good. So this is all we have as far as the quick hands-on comparison between the OnePlus One and the Micromax Yureka phone. Definitely in terms of price they cannot be compared, but in terms of the UI is definitely more responsive over here, running on a better hardware on OnePlus One as compared to the Yureka phone. So one more thing I would like to highlight, in terms of the weight, this device is definitely very light as compared to OnePlus One, which is kind of heavy. Maybe because of the higher hardware or the bigger battery it may be heavy, but definitely OnePlus One is a bigger device, and again it feels slightly big, and it also feels kind of bulky to an extent as compared to this one only. Otherwise you can get used to the weight of the OnePlus One. You can always take your decision, but this is all we have as far as the quick comparison between the OnePlus One and the Micromax Yureka phone. Do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video help you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.